Hello students, so now we are going to start with the fourth problem on the properties and definition of Jacobian. So here we are going to use the definition of Jacobian to get the result. So let's see how I am getting the final answer. Value of u1 is given as x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4. Then value of u1 u2 is given. Then u1 u2 u3 is given, and u1 u2 u3 u4 is given. But guys, if you observe the question is we have to differentiate x1 x2 x3 x4 with respect to u1 u2 u3 u4. It means x1 x2 x3 x4 are the functions and u1 u2 u3 u4 are the independent variables. So guys, what we have to do is we have to first find out the value of x1 x2 x3 and x4, because then only we'll be able to get the answer. Now how to find it out? So it's just simple. We just have to do few adjustments to get the answer. Now for that you have to observe the given question. So if you observe these two values, so here on the right hand side we have x4, here we have x3 plus x4. So guys, it means the x4 is already given. So here I can say now x4 is already given, which is u1 u2 u3 and u4. Now to get the x3, what I'll do is I'll subtract these two results. So if I subtract x3 plus x4 and if I subtract this x4 from that, then we'll get x4 and x4 will be cancelled, we'll get x3, and we'll get answer as u1 u2 u3 minus u1 u2 u3 u4. Similarly, to get x2, I will subtract this third result from the second result, so that x3 x4 will be cancelled with x3 x4, and we will get x2 u1 u2 minus u1 u2 u3. Similarly, to get the x1, we'll subtract the second result from the first result, so we'll get x1 as u1 minus u1 u2. And guys, now we got the value of x1 x2 x3 x4 in terms of u1 u2 u3 u4. So let's start with the solution. So for that we'll find out Jacobian, and now we'll require a big determinant. So in the first row of the determinant, we'll differentiate this x1 with respect to u1 u2 u3 u4. So when I'll differentiate this x1 with respect to u1, we will get 1 minus u2. So I'll directly write down the answer. Then we'll differentiate this x1 with respect to u2. So we will get here 0 and here minus u1. So here I'll write down. Next we'll differentiate x1 with respect to u3 u4, but we'll get 0 since x1 does not have u2 and u3. So guys, here I'll straightforward say it's 0 and 0. Next, in the second row, we'll differentiate x2 with respect to u1, u2, u3 and u4. So first of all, let's differentiate x2 with respect to u1 partially. So we'll get u2 here minus u2 u3. Here I'll write down. Next we'll differentiate x2 with respect to u2. So we'll get u1 minus u1 u3. Then we'll differentiate x2 with respect to u3. So here we'll get 0, here we'll get negative u1 u2. And if I differentiate x2 with respect to u4, we'll get 0 since it does not have any term of u4. Next, we'll differentiate x3 with respect to u1 u2 u3 u4. Let's start. So x3 with respect to u1, we'll get u2 u3 minus u2 u3 u4. Here I'll write. Next, we'll differentiate x3 with respect to u2, we'll get u1 u3 minus u1 u3 u4. Next, we'll differentiate x3 with respect to u3, we'll get u1 u2 minus u1 u2 u4. And finally, we'll differentiate x3 with respect to u4. So we'll get answer as negative u1 u2 u3. Next guys, in the last row, we'll differentiate x4 with respect to u1 u2 u3 u4. So we'll partial differentiate x4 with respect to u1, and that will give us u2 u3 u4. Here I write down. then by differentiating with respect to these three terms, I'll write down the result. So with u2 we'll get u1 u3 u4, then we'll get u1 u2 u4, and well we'll differentiate with respect to u4, we'll get u1 u2 and u3. So guys, this is the given Jacobian. Now we have to find out the value of this. So instead of directly finding the determinant, I'll use the properties of the determinant so that we can reduce it and then we'll get the answer. So guys, what I'll do is, here you can observe that in the third and fourth row we have u2 u3 u4 common. Similarly u1 u3 u4, u1 u2 u4 and u1 u2 u3, and they're opposite in sign. So if I add these two rows, then we can cancel that term. So here I'll say by adding R4 with R3, let's see what we get. So here I'll write down this J will be now guys, we'll reduce it further, and for that I'll add this row 2 with row 3, because here again we have u2 u3 which is same and opposite sign, so that if we add it, that will get cancelled. So we'll add this row 3 with row 2. So now guys, row number 1 will remain as it is, which is next. By adding this R3 to R2, here we'll just get u2, here we'll get u1, here we'll get 0 and 0. So next, third and fourth row will remain same. So I'll copy it down. Now guys, let's see, can we reduce it further? So yes, if I add this row 2 in row 1, then we can cancel this u2 and we can also cancel this u1. So here I'll say by r1 plus r2, so we'll get one, because if I add it, u2 and u2 will be cancelled. Here we'll get 0 and then 2 more zeros, and then remaining 3 rows as it is, that is so guys, here we have reduced the determinant, and now we'll solve the determinant. So in the first row, only first element is a non-zero element. So what do? Is we'll take the first element, then we'll hide the corresponding column and the row, and we'll multiply it with the determinant of remaining elements. So that will be 1 into determinant of these 9 elements. So we will get Jacobian as J equal to 1 into those 9 elements, that is now guys, we'll solve the determinant. So we will get J as u1 into, this will be u1 u2 into u1 u2 u3, so u1 square then u2 square into u3 minus this into this will be 0. So if we solve this further, we will get Jacobian as u1 cube then u2 square into u3. So guys, this is the value of given question. So here it was asked to find out the Jacobian of x1, x2, x3, x4 with respect to u1, u2, u3, u4, and we got the answer. So I am sure you understood this video. So guys, don't forget to share this video with your friends, because if they have any doubt in the Jacobian and if they see this video, then I'm sure that their all doubts will be solved. Thank you very much.